What's up, dudes and dudes to the internet? My name's Seth, and we are going to be taking a look at a whole new world today. This game is retro on purpose. Not only is it very appealing in the fact that it does it so well, like even this music, which is really high action and stuff, very, very awesome, very nostalgic for me for sure, because I kind of grew up with these types of games, but it has some modern twists that end up separating it from the rest. Links are gonna be in the description for everything about this game. No, I want to start a new file for the people, so we're just gonna skip right over the story. Pretty much the whole kingdom's under attack, and it's up to us to actually stop them. I don't know whether or not we're an alchemist or something, because we are throwing pots and, well, potions, I mean, right? Hello, little kitty. I'll protect you from the weird spirit ghosts. So the thing that this game does that's unique is, whoop, when you when you end up dropping, well, what do I say? It's already right here. You go to an upside down inverted world. And then there's a little bit more part to play with that as you end up getting to the further parts of the level. The game also kind of has a little bit of a Mega Man feel to it, because as we're actually progressing through the game, you know, it's not that we get to end up actually choosing our level or anything like that, but we are actually going to end up getting different power-ups from the different boss enemies and stuff. So I just think that that's really, really cool, while it also ends up having a little bit of a twist with that, in that this enemy is straight up from Mega Man, but we actually have infinite ammo. I'll kind of show you. At least we're gonna get to mess around with the first boss ability today for sure. Get out of here, you. These enemies are straight up from Mega Man. That's our checkpoints for if we ever end up getting a game over. Because otherwise, if we end up dying, depending on the area that you end up dying, but from what I've seen anyways, just with testing, you actually end up kind of respawning right at the same area that you just were 2 seconds ago. And then very, very tight controls, you know, that's always a must for these types of games. Really allows you to play the game at a higher level, you know, it's kind of like skill-based. And with that, it's very, very cool and attractive as a game. You know, there's also different collectibles and stuff. Dude, come back here! And there's this little knight dude. You can run into these characters sometimes. They're kind of trying to show you secrets while also being very, very capable fighters. So we can actually just leave this guy to destroy everything, steal his diamond, and then he shows us about this little secret location, because of course you're trying to gather points. The chicken and food that we ended up actually finding is going to be healing items while you're out in the world. And the different weapon types, as we end up getting to our first one, which is gonna take a little while, but they're actually varied. I was gonna say very varied, but it's cool because it's like, the one that we're rocking right now is just kind of an arcing, like, here's our first boss enemy, by the way. Kind of just a generic arcing attack, which can end up actually getting thrown over the enemies. But then there's going to be other, that was my bad. There's gonna be other abilities that you can end up, you know, kind of using only close range and stuff like that. And very true to the retro style of games, we can only ever have 3 shots out at a time. So the game kind of does that on purpose, and with that, you know, you can actually shotgun enemies, get all up in their face. This is another one of those games where it would actually be really interesting to see people speedrun it, I think. That said, there's probably only like a handful of different ways that you could end up going through the level. Whoopsie daisy, why do I keep forgetting that there is a crouch button? That's how we're supposed to be dodging that guy's attacks, not going all the way back like a scrub. Like, seriously, rip me. Very much is like Castlevania as well. Not the Metroidvania type of Castlevanias, but just like the old school, I need healing, thank you. Just the old school type of Castlevania where it's level progression and stuff like that, right? Because, I mean, obviously the graphics and style of the castle and everything like that. My liege! Oh gosh, and this guy is like a reference again to Mega Man because he's like Sigma! In Mega Man X, you remember Sigma, how he just defeats you outright at the beginning of the game? Well, there you go. That's I guess that's the last boss, that dude. Hello, Navy. Faye saved you. Okay, hello. Hold B or X or whatever you want to use as your melee attack. And then we get carried all the way back to stage 2, because that, of course, was stage 1 already, but we still get carried all the way back to the beginning of the game kind of thing, you know? And now we're actually dealing with forest creatures, which are terrifying, and I don't like how our weapon arcs over them. Give me a different power-up. But we're also dealing with spikes! No! And spikes are never a good thing, but it also does kind of force us to go into different areas and stuff, you know? Like, it kind of forces us to mess with the gravity system, if we can even call it that. And then also, I just kind of noticed there that as we ended up gaining 10,000 points, we ended up gaining an extra life. So, no! I want the stuff that's in the center there. Thank you very much. I gotta be very careful here. Bam! Because of that snake that I knew was there, totally. It's not that I didn't know he was there, and it's not that I barely saw those crow characters. Okay, seriously, get out of my face, you stupid birds. Get out of my face already, birdses! Jeez Louise, unless they want us to be using our Navy ability. Maybe that is what we're supposed to be doing. Maybe we could be attacking up, you know, jumping up and then hitting them with a long-range blast. But honestly, for myself, can we shoot that up? A little bit. We actually did, kind of. But yeah, I'm not particularly good at playing these games upside down. Really reminds me, there was another game that ended up having a very similar mechanic. I forget what it was. It was on a console that didn't end up going anywhere. Oh man, I forget what it is. The name escapes me, sorry to say, folks. But anyways, the enemies are smart enough that they can end up actually following you through the different gravity areas. Hello, weird dude with a mouse on his head. I don't know who that was, but that was scary. Like, seriously, weird caveman dude. Haha! So, obviously, I guess there was a different way that we could have gone about doing all that stuff, but here we go with the whole gravity thing going on. Cause that, now we're dealing with these idiots, and, our attacks are simultaneously going to the other side, kind of at the same time, aren't they? Oh no, our potions actually die on the new plateau. Now, we could technically do this in the upside down world, which would probably end up benefiting us with lots of power-ups and pointses, but that's okay, because otherwise I am most certain that I would end up dead. Like, no thank you. Okay, we're good. Oh yeah, see, there we go. We would have got the diamond instead of the health, which, that's okay. Doesn't really bother me. Whoopsie daisy. The controls are inverted as well, which is kind of what's freaking me out here. Left and right isn't inverted, but we still hold up to actually shoot up instead of just holding down. Get out of here, you. Oh boy. Okay, I forgot about that. Kind of pays to... Okay. Wow, what a jerk enemy. Kind of pays to, you know, take your time with these types of games, but I never do. I'm always of the mind to just rush right into it, even though I'm almost dead again. You stupid bird. He juked me. So many of these enemies are just tricking my face right now. There we go. Let's grab that, because now we gotta deal with this crying idiot. Damn! Okay, you wanna use a power-up charge attack? I got my own charge. He teleported right into my face. There was nothing I could do. Give me my own teleport ability. I mean, I destroy your face, you weird rain monster, man. There we go. Go right ahead and do the special attacks. See how much I care. Also, I'm finding it a little bit difficult here. Stop it, dude! Like, seriously, stop! Man, alive, this guy. First time testing, I did not have this much difficulty fighting him. Man alive, what's his problem? And I love my attacks arcing over his face. That's just great. And he's at one hit too. Jeez. Okay, let's do it to it. We've got one life left. Charge, you stupid little fairy. Please just charge your attacks. Okay, I'm gonna play it a little bit safer. You go ahead, you keep laughing, don't worry about it. I'm gonna keep on using my charge. I wanted to do it without getting hit. I mean, I love it when I, like, just he teleports all up into my face and there's nothing I can do about it. That's always a good time. There we go. Oh, and one thing, too, that I also want to point out. I don't know whether or not that's on purpose, but it's actually really broken. while he was dying right there, he could actually still damage us. So you could jump, do some clutch last attack where you, like, finish off the boss, then you could tag it and die and have to fight him again. Like, no, you got the lightning potion. Okay, so I'll show you this ability. This is kind of the one that I mentioned where it's kind of a shotgun right in our face, right? And we can't spam this ability nearly as much as our other one. But the cool thing is that it kind of has, like, there's different area, like, there's, as you saw right there, a different door aspects. Like, we need this power up to actually break through those things, right? But also now we're dealing with a bunch of different mechanics. You know, we got spikes everywhere. We're also dealing with the ice mechanic and the snow piles that were way back here. As we're walking through these, we're slower. We can barely jump. And generally speaking, the game is going to end up getting more and more complex with all of these different types of elements that you're gonna deal with, right? I'm sure there is going to end up being a level that's very similar to the water levels in the old Mega Man games and stuff like that, right? But in any case, thank you so much for watching, everybody. That's all the time that we have for today. Links are going to be in the description for everything about this game, and very much appreciate you watching. If you would kindly hit that like button, share, favorite, and subscribe for more daily content. Sayonara and stay epic, everybody.